Obviously a different kind of game there from the start. Just the initial sequence, did you see it? And what did you think of the whole resolution of it?
There's no way Klay Thompson should have been thrown out of the game. I mean, he's running up the floor, and the guy grabs his jersey, and he's pulling on him, and so Klay pulls back. And no way Klay should have been ejected. That was ridiculous. So I was upset about that. And then the Draymond piece of it, if you watch the replay, Rudy had his hands on Klay's neck, and that's why Draymond went after Rudy, and I saw one replay right after it happened. The guys on the back of the bench were telling us that Rudy had Draymond or had Klay, and that's why Draymond went at Rudy. So that's all I know. But it was, a bizarre way to start the game a minute and a half in.
What did you think about? I mean, you obviously had to switch up your units. You had to get new guys in there. Obviously, Podziemski had a notable game. What did you think the response of your guys in the wake of all that?
It was just an amazing performance by our guys to be so shorthanded and to fight and compete the way they did. It was just beautiful to watch. Give credit to Minnesota. They've probably been the best team in the league to this point. Number one defense, and they've beaten a lot of good teams. And they took over in the fourth. Towns made some really big shots for them, and they held us to 18 points, so they earned it. But I couldn't be more proud of our guys. They just competed like crazy, and it was really fun to watch.
We talked
Yeah, Steve, bouncing off that, you said before the game, you said this is going to be a game of opportunity. Obviously, after the first couple possessions, even more guys got some opportunities because of the context. How do you think guys seized those opportunities, especially, in an environment where the energy could have kind of been sucked out of everybody after what happened? How do you think they responded, and how do you think some of those guys seized that opportunity?
They were amazing. They did everything they could to win the game, and just came up short. But Wiggs, that early possession where he was just fighting like crazy and got like 3 loose balls and gets it, and the way things are going for him, he doesn't get the call. He's going up and they rake him across the arm and he doesn't get the call, which is just kind of the way things have gone for him to start the year. But I thought his energy to start the game was great. And, everybody's heart was in a great place in terms of just competing together, doing whatever it took to try to win the game. And like I said, give Minnesota credit. They earned it.
We talked about Pods before the game and played him 39 minutes.
Yeah.
How do you think he did? And then how hard is it going to be to figure out this rotation and keep him off the court, considering how well he played tonight, and then also some of the other offensive struggles you had before?
He's going to play. He's going to play every night. He's earned that. He was incredible tonight. He's been great in practice. There's something unique about him, at that size to rebound the way he does. He had 7 tonight. He's always in the right spot. He's fearless, and he connects the game. He plays the way we want to play. The ball moves when he's out there. He's attacking at the right times. He's cutting at the right times. Defensively, he's really good. He's a damn good player, so he's going to play.
Just 2 quick questions. I mean, are you concerned about a potential Draymond suspension?
I don't know. I mean, the game just ended. I haven't given that any thought, so we'll see.
And then any news on the Steph MRI?
The MRI, there was good news with the MRI. Nothing alarming. So I would say he's day to day, and we'll see. We'll just have an update each day and let you know what's going on, but it won't be long. If he misses another game or 2, whatever, it's not going to be anything long term.
You went with Saric in the starting lineup. I know matchup based also, but could that be an option for you that you look hard at to get more offense, get more spacing on the floor with the starting unit? Yeah,
it's a possibility. We love the lineup that we've started the last couple of years, and we want to give that unit every opportunity to get going. And we know when Wiggs and Klay are shooting the ball well, that lineup makes perfect sense. We have 2 full seasons of that to show for it and to prove that. But if we're struggling to score, then Dario does change the chessboard, with his pick and pop and his ability to stretch the floor, and so everything's a possibility at this point. I like this team a lot, the character, the guts, the grit, but there's a lot of moving parts right now, and so nothing is set in stone, and we're going to have to sort through it here in the early part of the season.
I know you're playing him kind of at both spots, and he's just a guard. Bajemski, he plays both. But do you like him as a backup point guard? Do you like it? Could you see him in that role?
I think he can play backup point guard, but I think he's just a basketball player. So we can play him anywhere. And the beauty of him is that the game connects when he's out there. I'm excited to play him with Steph. And with Clay, he's going to get those guys a lot of shots just with the way he plays and the way the ball moves. So we'll see. We'll have to figure it out. Monty?
I wasn't going to give him
You mentioned grit. Is that something that this team has to bring to compete on a nightly basis, and have you seen it any more than you have tonight?
In order to win in the NBA, obviously you have to have talent, but you have to have energy. You have to bring something to the table life-wise, like joy-wise, energy-wise, competitiveness-wise. And that's what I watched tonight, from the whole group. And clearly Brandon has that. That's pretty obvious. Our fans have watched this team win 4 championships. They weren't won by, a bunch of powders and wallflowers. They were won by gamers, competitors, guys who brought energy and joy and passion to everything. And that's what it takes. So that's what I'm looking for. Thanks.
out like that immediately? What did you tell the guys anything? Do you kind of rally it up, or do you know the energy just might be there because of everything that happened?
I mean, we still had a game to play. You know what I mean? Whenever that stuff happens, I mean, it usually creates a lot of energy in the building or whatnot. So, yeah, it definitely got everybody into the game a little more.
Chris, earlier Steve Kerr said that he was proud of the team and the Wolves won it, but he thought that you guys played really well. Was there anything in the closing minutes that you saw or just throughout the game that you wish you could have done differently, or thought, like, if you could do that again, maybe you would play out
absolutely.
differently?
But unfortunately, it don't work like that. It's a few turnovers down the stretch that I got. And after watching that play, I mean, I gave it to Dario or whatnot, but the lane opened wide, for a shot. But that's like being a Monday morning quarterback, wanting to be able to do it over. But I think we played well. We played hard, but it just wasn't enough.
You were out there for 36 minutes. Feel okay? Did you like getting all those minutes?
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Not given the circumstances, though. You know what I mean? But it's a long season, 82 games, and we already knew coming into the season that it was going to be everything is by committee. Different guys getting the opportunity to play and step up, and that's what kind of team we have. And we always said it ain't no moral victories, but it was nice to see that guys were ready to play.
You were also out there with Bajemski a lot, and he mentioned he felt great playing with you. What was that kind of combination like, you and Brandon?
It's great, man. BP, we talk a lot during the game. His energy is contagious. It's another ball handler that's out there that's able to attack, defend. He just, we talk about it all the time. We don't have some regular rookies. You know what I mean? We got some rooks who pay attention, know what they're doing. To be on a team like this early in the season, playing valuable minutes in big games, it's only going to be good for the long haul.
Following up on that, what do you tell a young guy like Pods, through this game? He's racking up minutes, played 39 tonight, just about keeping composure and being able to do what he did?
No, we talk all the time. I mean, he watching the games on iPads and stuff like that, and sometimes you only learn by experience, you know. But the best thing about being a rookie is you don't know anything different. You know, you just play hard, and you know whatever happens, happens, and we need that with this team.
What did you think of the altercation at the start of the game?
I ain't seen it.
You seen any of the videos of it?
I mean, I ain't been on my phone. I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't seen no videos of it. I just remember what happened during the game.
Regardless of not seeing it, I mean, how shocking is it for an NBA game? There's not a point scored, 3 guys are getting ejected. I mean, how does that kind of throttle the game?
It happens. Shit, I've been in one. You know what I mean? So it's competitive. I mean, it's funny because if you watch our games, hell, I used to play against them all the time. So you constantly hold Steph and Clay so they can't come off ball screens. I mean, so they can't come off down screens and stuff like that. So, you know, coach had told Clay before the game, like, get them off of you. You know what I mean? Probably not to that extent, but it was good to see that energy and that fire. You know, unfortunately, it was 2 ejections, but.
Kerr said that Brandon is cocky, like he knows how he's good, and and Steve said he loves that.
Yeah.
Do you love that about him? And
absolutely. You don't want him to come in scared. You know what I mean? But he just, I mean, you guys see him playing on the court, but he's just a joy to be around every day. You know what I mean? He's a sponge. He wants to learn, but then he gets out there and he plays. He plays hard. Whatever the team needs, he's going to do. And you want to see people like that win, you know, and so for him, I think he's only going to continue to get better.
Chris, how do you continue to build when Steph returns, especially in the non-Steph minutes?
Don't know. Honestly, man, I don't think that in depth. I think right now, you know, it's trying to analyze this game, you know, figure out what we can do better and get ready for the next game.
Chris, earlier, I know the shot wasn't falling like you wanted, but tonight you hit some big ones. You hit some middies, some threes. Does it feel like that part of your game is coming along?
Maybe. You know, this has all been new for me this year. You know, starting, coming off the bench, you know what I mean? So it's a rhythm, and I'm fine with it. I'm figuring it out. But, I mean, if I shoot that bad, I wish they'd just leave me open. You know what I mean? If I'm not bad of a shooter, then leave me open. So.
Chris, you've talked a lot about Pods tonight. Kerr said earlier that he's going to be in the rotation going forward. How do you think that you two can work together when you're on the floor?
Like we did tonight. You know, when you're out there playing and you got multiple ball handlers, and, you know, if I'm out there with BP and I'm getting a lot of attention, he has the ability to drive, you know, and create plays. And I think we got a chance to continue to get better.
And how do you make the determination when you have to shoot more versus pass more?
I don't know. You just sort of figure it out over 19 years. And it's tough. It's a balance. You know what I mean? I always say, you know, trying to make the right play or whatnot, or being aggressive. But I'm going to get back to it.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Kevon, what do you think is needed for the team to get back on track to win some more games again?
Man, we just got to continue to focus on winning the game in the margins. And tonight, again, we had a lot of turnovers. We didn't quite execute how we wanted to down the stretch. We still fouled a little bit too much and different things like that. You know, not having 3 of our best players kind of hurts as well, but I think we played hard enough. We played with the right intention. But you got to be able to put, you know, the execution for 48 minutes. I think we're going to learn from these few games that we lost in a row. I think we're going to come out on the other side a lot better.
Yvonne, the altercation in the beginning, how did that spark the energy for you guys just to come out so aggressively versus your style of play the last few games?
It was already kind of hyped up for the game just because they just beat us. It's an in-season tournament game, so it's a little bit more at stake. And then I think the altercation just kind of just set the tone. Though we already came out there knowing that we was going to compete hard and we wanted to punch first. And the altercation just made us get the crowd into it, got everybody going that we was going to be a attack first, and we wanted to play hard for our guys that got ejected, and I think that carried over.
Do you guys think about the in-tournament style play as you go each game, or is that kind of like in the back of your mind?
Not. When like coming into the game, we could tell that it was a little bit different. We approached it a little different. Kind of had a playoff feel to it, just because I don't know if it was the altercation or, but the crowd was into it, or both teams were really into it. I feel like our preparation for the game was a little bit more intense. So, when we know it's in-season tournament game, I think it kind of raises the stakes just a little bit. We want to win every game. We approach every game like it's intense, but I feel like the in-season is a little bit more.
What did you think of what went down and how it went down early, and the choices made for ejections?
I was kind of shocked that it happened that early in the game, but I didn't think Clay should have got ejected. Somebody that tried to attack him, and I was surprised Gobert didn't walk away with nothing after he grabbed Clay first, and Draymond is protecting his teammate. So it was a little bit of a shock, but it is what it is, and ref got to make the tough calls, and it sucks not having those two guys for the rest of the game, but we had to do what we had to do.
Steve just basically kind of announced that Pajemski's in the rotation now. How ready do you think he is, and have you sensed that he's ready?
I think he's ready. He showed it every time he gets on the court. He makes great things happen. He's always in the right spot. He does all the little things. Usually that's what rookies struggle with, is making the right reads, making the right rotations, and he's always in the right spot at the right time. So he provided us a lot of spark tonight, a lot of lift, and I think he's somebody that we're going to need going down in the future.
Is there rivalry? Probably isn't the right word, but is there sort of bad blood forming between these teams? Draymond had an exchange with Anthony Edwards in the last game, and then at the beginning of this game, the dust-up occurred. It seems like there's something brewing between the two teams. I
don't want to say that. We had some versus the Cavs. We had some against a lot of teams. I don't think if that's good, we might have bad blood with everybody. We try to approach each game with a certain edge, and sometimes it's going to get more intense, but I don't want to say it was bad blood. I know Draymond plays that way. We got Chris. We got a lot of guys that's really competitors, and when other teams are competitors as well, things are going to happen. I don't think it's bad blood.
Hey, Kevon, you're already one of the leaders of this team, and then when Draymond and Clay are ejected and Steph's in street clothes, what kind of leadership role did you feel that you needed to take on tonight to help kind of get the younger guys through this game?
For me, just going out there and being rock solid on both ends of the court, make sure I'm communicating what we're supposed to be doing on the defensive end, especially with Draymond not being out there on the court, just being that anchor, just making sure that the group is organized on the offensive end, make sure everybody's in the right spots. Chris always been a leader his whole career, so he's stepping that role pretty well, and just making sure that when teams are making a run, that we keep our head up, and we stay vocal, and not let the altercation or different things get guys going in the wrong direction.
Great.